Hello everyone, welcome to my channel SW Metro official channel.
Is the PDA fallout between Robin and Kody at the funeral known? Sister wives, Janelle's family reportedly told Kody Brown to leave. At Garrison's funeral, an insider previously came out with startling information regarding Kody and Robin. The claimant claims that Kody has already received instructions from Janelle's family not to go to and record Garrison's funeral. Still, Robin and the sister wives star showed up. The fact that Kody supposedly showed up with a TLC video crew to capture the tragic event only made it worse. Kody and Janelle's family became tense as a result. However, there appears to be more to the story, such as a potential moment of PDA between Robin and Kody during the burial. Is the PDA fallout between Robin and Kody at the funeral known? Kody Brown's startling remarks during Tell All Part 3 were addressed by several sister wives followers on social media. It concerned his claims that he and Robin had last engaged in physical contact when they were kicked out by the family. Kody added that it's a memory he doesn't want to revisit, but he didn't go into greater detail. It cost him dearly, he claimed, adding that it's a story that cannot be shared. Kody went on to say that he would not engage in public PDA with Robin until Janelle and Robin were remarried. Some fans speculated that the PDA moment might have occurred during Garrison's burial as a result, but others believe Kody was fabricating things for dramatic effect. Sister wives, it's possible that Kody Brown erred in Part 3 of the tell-all. According to an insider, Kody irritated most of the family during the funeral, which is another reason why some sister wives fans believe that this was Kody's final PDA time with Robin. Fans from a different social media thread also brought attention to Kody's callous treatment of Janelle, suggesting that his PDA with Robin at Garrison's burial was an attempt to slap Janelle. However, there are other rumors that it might have resulted from another family gathering that made him decide to distance himself from the children. Garrison's funeral, a tense gathering. The family had already been under a microscope for over a decade, but Garrison Brown's death united fans in grief. Garrison was known for his close bond with Janelle and his siblings, particularly Gabriel, and was cherished for his humor, kindness, and resilience. His passing was a devastating blow not just to his immediate family but to the broader sister wives viewership who had seen him grow up on screen. Given the fractured relationships between Kody and several of his adult children, most notably with Garrison himself, many were surprised that Kody and Robin chose to attend the funeral. Even more shocking was the insider report suggesting that Janelle's family had explicitly told Kody not to come, and certainly not to film. Yet, according to this insider, Kody arrived anyway. And not only did he show up with Robin by his side, but he also brought a TLC film crew with him. For many, this crossed a line. Filming a funeral, was it about respect or ratings? Kody's decision to arrive at the funeral with a camera crew in tow left many with a bitter taste. Funerals are typically regarded as intimate moments reserved for loved ones, not the lens of reality television. Critics of the move pointed out that if Janelle's family did indeed request a private ceremony without cameras, then Kody's insistence on documenting the day reflected a fundamental misunderstanding, or dismissal, of the grieving family's wishes. For a man already estranged from many of his children and former wives, this decision may have only solidified his distance. His presence, rather than being an act of fatherly grief, may have felt to others like a performative gesture, especially with Robin by his side. And what made matters worse? The rumor that Kody and Robin shared a public moment of affection at the funeral. Robin and Kody's PDA, was it real? As soon as Kody's statements from sister wives, One-on-One Tell-All Part 3 aired, viewers began to speculate. Kody said something cryptic about a moment of PDA with Robin being the final straw with the family, something that cost him dearly. He refused to give more details but emphasized that it was a memory he'd rather not revisit. The question quickly arose, was he talking about Garrison's funeral? The timing seemed to align. The funeral was a recent and emotional event, and rumors of a fallout tied to Kody and Robin's behavior at the service had already started circulating. Some fans, combing through the timeline and matching it with Kody's statement, began to connect the dots. If the PDA moment was at the funeral, it would explain a lot: Janelle's visible hurt, the increased silence from Gabriel, and even the emotional tone in recent family interviews. Others believe it was not just a misstep, it was a symbol of how tone-deaf Kody and Robin had become. Kody's disconnect from his children. Throughout the last several seasons of Sister Wives, one of the clearest themes has been Kody's growing alienation from his older children. Garrison and Gabriel, in particular, were vocal about their disapproval of how he handled the COVID-19 pandemic and prioritized his time with Robin and her kids. In fact, one of the more painful moments of the show was when Kody admitted to having little contact with his sons. His relationship with Garrison was strained at best, and utterly broken at worst. So when Kody arrived at the funeral, some family members reportedly felt his grief was disingenuous. According to one insider, his behavior, including a potential PDA moment, felt more like a spectacle than sincere mourning. Why the PDA hit a nerve? For many grieving family members, a funeral is a place of solemnity and reverence. If Kody and Robin indeed shared a moment of physical intimacy, whether it was a handhold, kiss, or affectionate hug, it would likely have been seen as disrespectful, especially given the context. The family had just lost a son, a brother, and a friend. At such a time, any form of overt affection might come across not as comfort, but as tone-deaf prioritization of their relationship over shared grief. Robin, often accused by fans of monopolizing Kody's time and emotions, would naturally draw criticism for any public display of closeness in such a setting. What should have been a family-centric moment of mourning may have instead become yet another symbol of the chasm between Kody and Robin and everyone else. The tell-all fallout, Kody's cryptic statement. In Part 3 of the Sister Wives Tell-all, Kody reflected on the moment with a cryptic and emotional tone, saying that the PDA in question cost him dearly. While he didn't name the funeral as the setting, he all but admitted that the fallout from this moment led to further estrangement from Janelle, her children, and likely even Mary and Christine. He also said he would not show any PDA in front of his former wives until or unless they were remarried, a statement that left many fans baffled. What did their remarriage have to do with his affection for Robin? Why the performative restriction? Many interpreted this as guilt, or a performative stance to appear sensitive, when in fact, the damage had already been done. Fan reactions, speculation and outrage. On Reddit, Twitter, and Facebook, Sister Wives fans were quick to share their thoughts. Some said the idea of Kody kissing or hugging Robin at Garrison's funeral made them sick to their stomachs. Others expressed outrage that TLC would even consider filming the funeral, let alone allow footage of something so inappropriate to air. Some fans have defended Kody, suggesting he may have simply reached for Robin's hand in a moment of stress and emotion, but the very fact that people are debating this speaks to just how fractured the Brown family has become. There is a level of trust that has been eroded between the family and Kody, and even if the PDA was minor, it was enough to trigger intense backlash. It's not about what was done, it's about when and where it was done. Janelle's grief and protective circle. If the reports are true that Janelle's side of the family asked Kody not to attend, this would further emphasize how fractured their co-parenting relationship had become. It also underscores how fiercely protective Janelle's family and friends are of her and her children. Janelle has been remarkably strong in the wake of her son's death, posting tributes and staying engaged with fans even while navigating unimaginable pain. The idea that her ex-husband would use such a sacred moment as a chance to assert his narrative, or worse, to film for ratings, was enough to prompt outrage not just from viewers, but allegedly from those in attendance. Robin's role, comfort or catalyst? Robin's involvement in the alleged PDA has also raised eyebrows. Fans have long accused Robin of playing the victim or acting as the wedge between Kody and his other wives. Whether fair or not, she is seen by many as the final domino in the family's collapse. If she did engage in a public display of affection during the funeral, even as a gesture of comfort, it likely reinforced the perception that she and Kody are isolated in their own world, emotionally unavailable to the others. Some even believe that Robin, consciously or not, has supported and enabled Kody's increasing detachment from his other children. Conclusion: more than just a moment. Whether or not Kody and Robin shared a PDA at Garrison's funeral, the emotional fallout is real. The Brown family is more divided than ever, and this latest scandal underscores the widening gap between Kody and his children, especially those connected to Janelle. The truth behind the alleged moment may never be fully confirmed unless someone from the family chooses to speak out publicly. But the fact that this speculation gained so much traction highlights just how broken the Brown family has become, and how viewers are no longer giving Kody the benefit of the doubt. In the end, this story isn't just about a kiss, or a handhold, it's about a family in mourning, a fractured legacy, and the bitter cost of misaligned priorities. The biggest bombshells in Sister Wives Season 19 Tell-All Part 3. We've successfully finished another Sister Wives season. Kody Brown hasn't learned anything yet. Kody's first 3 wives were able to correct the record in Part 3 of the Tell-All. Nobody held back, and everyone left feeling wounded. This is what transpired. Christine Brown and Kody Brown discuss their sexual lives. Somehow, Sister Wives viewers were constantly curious in the couple's sexual lives. And although, generally speaking, no one actually discussed it for fear of inciting jealousy in another spouse, Christine Brown had a change of heart. Pulling down the curtain, the mother of 6 told the host, "It was just fun and a blast for a long time. We simply had a great time, you know." However, things changed in 2014 when Robin Brown was introduced. "When he married Robin, I was like, oh, there definitely is something missing here," Christine remembered. However, everything was already so nearly finished at that moment. As she remembered her private moments with Kody, Christine became dejected. According to the Sister Wives actress, but it wasn't a real true intimacy. During their marriage, she continued, Kody showed no desire in providing for her emotionally, romantically, physically, or financially. Christine said plainly, nothing. At that time, I was self-sufficient. Just an act, sex was. There was no genuine feeling or anything. Used as a term, but perhaps he also felt used. As if we might simply utilize one another. It had no significance. Janelle Brown provides an explanation for Kody's narcissism. "I'm not sure about you, but I have some feelings for myself." Brown, Janelle. Despite having a difficult season, the mother of 6 is still able to express her emotions honestly. "I do believe that there was a cycle of love bombing," the Sister Wives actress said bluntly. After that, it was almost like a wind down. "There's a cycle for a narcissist," Janelle explained, "you love bomb, then you kind of wane, and then you almost kind of destroy or hurt them. You then return and use a love bomb to make things right." Thus, there was a sort of cycle. Janelle, my goodness, that was deep. "I am not qualified to diagnose him, but I guess everybody will have to make that decision," the former realtor continued. "Pop culture is what I read. I don't know. However, it appears that there are a lot of parallels. Additionally, a pervasive pattern of grandiosity, sense of superiority in fantasy or behavior, need for admiration, and lack of empathy, beginning by early adulthood, according to the American Psychiatric Association." Janelle said, "I think he really did, especially during COVID, be like, I'm just going to shrug this off," in a June Sister Wives episode. "You two are not fond of one another. I'm worn out. If I keep doing this, you're going to reduce my lifespan." "He kind of threw this little temper tantrum," she said. According to Mary Brown, her connection was phony. Robin was questioned about her desire to patch things up with Mary Brown. "I want to fix anything I can with her," the 4th and favorite wife stated. "It seems to me that she is not returning the favor. It basically comes down to us both exerting the same amount of work, in my opinion." However, Robin's attempts to sell were not being accepted by Mary or fans. Mary went back to Kody's legal wife's peculiar response to her relocation to Utah instead. "You're feeling this pain about me leaving," the single mother observed. "That is unique to you. That is not mine to carry, it is yours. I took the blame for years, saying I had to fix it," Mary continued. "Unfortunately, I don't feel cold, I just don't feel like the relationship exists." The relationship Mary formerly treasured wasn't the same, she continued. Mary believes that it actually worked in Robin's favor. "We were very close," she revealed on an episode earlier in the season. And then it began, a rift appeared. Now, I'm wondering, why do you say you want to date me and then ignore me for months and months and months? Mary is undoubtedly moving on.